Welcome to Late Listening.
Today we're talking about Sugar Plant. The song is number 4.
Mm-hmm.
So take a listen and meet us back here for our conversation. Here we go.
Sugar Plant.
Yeah.
What do you think about them?
I love Sugar Plant.
I know you do.
It's one of my favorite bands of all time.
Yes. Okay, I really want you to tell me what's the appeal, what's the attract, like why do you get attracted to them so much?
Let me set the scene for you.
Okay.
When I first... Okay, let me go back to the very beginning. Can you... Let's teach the good people out there some Japanese.
Okay.
There is a word in Japanese that is when you see a record or a CD or whatever tape, and you like the cover, something about it appeals to you. You have no idea what it is, and you buy it based just on maybe the name of the band or the cover. What is the Japanese word for that?
Jakegai.
Jakegai.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're kaimono, meaning you're buying.
Yeah. Purchase.
To
buy. Yeah.
And then jacket.
Jacket. Yeah.
Jacket is.
We say jacket. Yeah. Yeah, but it's actually, this term is dying because, no one buys a CD anymore. So.
Not no one.
No one. Yeah.
Physical media. Okay.
90% of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But actually, Japanese people buy a lot of CDs, but that's a conversation for another time.
Yeah. So you did jacket buy?
I did jakegai, and I did a jacket buy.
Yeah.
And at that time, I was listening to mainly heavy music. I was listening to punk rock, I was listening to grunge and heavy metal and this really angry, aggressive music, which is generally what I like the most. And Sugar Plant was something that really just took me by surprise. It was just unlike anything I'd ever heard before.
So you didn't know anything about them, and then you saw the jacket and then you bought it?
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
This album, number 4, the song number 4 comes from the album After Hours. And I love the name After Hours. I thought that was so clever.
Yeah, it's clever.
And I thought it was just so... And it fits the music perfectly because it's like you go to the party, and you even go to like the after party, and then you come home and this is the music you put on and you wind down and you just
wind down.
Kind of
that's
get mellow.
Definitely how it sounds like. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's really sleepy after party music.
Okay.
Evening, late night music.
So you listen to a lot of like different music.
Yeah.
You listen to, I think you like punk and rock and grunge, and you don't listen to pop that much, but then you also listen to jazz and classical music as well.
Yeah.
Or other just random kinds of music and
indie music, Pinback and whatnot that we talked about, Modest Mouse. Yeah.
It's very strange for me to think that someone can appreciate that kind of heavy punk music, can also appreciate this kind of sleepy music.
Well, it fits a certain mood.
Right.
It really fits a certain mood. It's you don't want screamy stuff all the time. And classical music can sometimes be quite complicated. Jazz is also, I mean, there's chill jazz, there's chill classical music, but sometimes you just want something that's kind of droning, and it's as the kids nowadays say, a mood. This album is a mood. It's a sleepy, kind of dreamy mood.
Okay. So I guess that's where I have a difficulty. Like in general, in my life, in my lifestyle, the mood I want to feel, the atmosphere that I want to feel, music comes to create that kind of thing. And to me personally, honestly, I don't really have many scenes that I want to put on this music. And
you mean like you imagine, or like it doesn't move you?
okay, we watched the movie Immortal Beloved.
Yeah.
This is really a great movie, by the way, from 90s, early 90s, I think.
Yeah, Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman plays Beethoven.
Yep.
And it's a beautiful movie, but, when we watched, we kind of revisited because we watched it so long ago, and then we were watching it again, and then we found a lot of things that we didn't notice before.
Yeah.
And one of the things that really stayed with me is that Beethoven character said, "Music tells you what to feel." And I really thought that was so well said. And we are putting on music that we like in order to feel that way,
Yeah.
So like you want to put on like a high pace, like really exciting music when you are on to the party or something.
Yeah, sure.
And when you're trying to meditate, you put on like a more calm and peaceful music. I mean,
sure.
That's so obvious. Yeah, that's what it is. Music tells us what to feel. And I feel like
there's like stuff blowing around out there. I was noticing that too. Very windy day today.
Yeah. I feel like I don't know. Like I think Sugar Plum makes me feel sleepy.
Yeah.
And there's no time for me that I want to feel sleepy. I don't know.
I
know what I mean? Like
yeah,
I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no offense to Sugar Plant themselves or the fans. It's just a little different than what I want, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the same reason you dislike it or it doesn't move you is the same reason why I like it. This song number 4 specifically really has a dream quality to it.
Yes, it does.
From the psychedelic guitar to the rush of the cymbals, and
like
the lyrics are very bizarre. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That makes me think of jellyfish.
Yeah.
Or the seaweed.
Right.
Just like
it's
going.
like it's kind of a psychedelic guitar.
Yeah, it is.
And that's something that I feel like Sugar Plant, had they come out maybe more recently, because this album is from the 90s. Nowadays, we have a lot more bands doing this kind of like neo-psychedelic music. But Sugar Plant, at the time, no one was really doing this kind of music. Sugar Plant is lumped into the slowcore, which is like Bedhead or this band Galaxy 500, which I don't like the fact that they're compared to those bands because I don't think they really sound like them that much, especially Bedhead, which I love. Galaxy 500, they do share there's some musical DNA there, but I think Sugar Plant really stands apart. I think they really created something unique in this weird, dreamy world. If you want music that really calms you down, and it may transport you, or it may just be something that you have on in the background to kind of feel like there's this like vibe in the room. For me, I actively listen to it, and it inspires me. But for you, it doesn't really do much.
Yeah. It just, for good or bad, it's not like I hate it. It's just for good or bad, it just doesn't make much of an impression on me, I guess.
Yeah.
So I can like easily ignore it, like you said, if it's on.
Right.
But I'm just not, I don't get inspired by it. I did certain music that I can get really inspired, and I can get ideas, or I can get these like visions, I can see based on the music that's on, and that's where I'm more drawn to, because something in me gets like stimulated, and I guess something that I normally can't without music. But yeah, this one I just have a little bit of a difficulty, but of course, like it depends on the person, like everyone has that different trigger,
Sure.
So,
yeah. Sugar Plant's not for everyone, but I want to push this band because, and part of the reason I want to push this band is because this year, 2024, is their 30th anniversary. 30th anniversary. Their debut.
That's a long time.
Record came out in 1994.
Time.
It is a long time. And they don't have so many releases, but they have a new record from 2018 that's quite good. It's called Headlights. But anyway, let's get back to the song.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the lyrics for a minute.
Okay.
This song has an interesting structure that we were very briefly talking about it when we just listened to the song. It goes, basically, there's 2 verses, very short verses, and then I think there's 2 choruses. And they don't connect. It's just verse, verse, chorus, chorus, and then this long kind of jamming drone that leads you out. But I love the lyrics of this song because they're so weird and they fit the dream. They really fit this kind of dream world. Chinatsu-san, the bassist who also sings, she says, "You don't know how much cold my limb is. Do you make me warm in your wings?" And I love that because limb, she uses the word limb. You don't know how much cold my limb is. Is it an appendage? Or is it a branch? Or is she a little bird on a limb of a tree?
Oh,
or
I see.
Are her arms and legs going numb?
Yeah, that's what I imagine.
Right,
yeah.
right. But then she says, do you make me warm in your wings?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's such a weird question,
Yeah.
And then so that's the first verse. The second verse, I wish you to see the stars in my mind, and do you make me warm? And she pulls out the word warm and she rises into the chorus.
Okay.
And it always kind of gives me like a tingling feeling when she says warm and it goes into the chorus. It's really, Sugar Plant is so sleepy, they're so calm, but they have this kind of they do have a little catharsis there going up. They rise up into the chorus. Then the chorus goes, I know everyone won't talk about eating your stars. Sweet, sweet stars, let me taste yours. And then the final chorus, I know everyone won't be killed suddenly by thunder, but I like it so much. And this line I absolutely love because it's so weird. I know everyone won't be killed suddenly by thunder, but I like it so much. And I think the Japanese comes back in this because the English of this song is not perfect. There's some, you don't know how much cold my limb is. I mean, that's not grammatically correct. But the end, everyone won't be killed suddenly by thunder. I think what she means to say is lightning.
Oh, yeah. I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I make mistakes. Yeah, thunder, lightning, which is which? Like,
yeah.
They're both kaminari to me.
Right.
So,
I was just going to say, can you talk about?
Inabikari, like the flash.
Yeah.
We say, oh, that's kaminari. And then the sound.
Yeah.
Kaminari.
Right.
So which is which?
So you remember lightning.
Yeah,
light
lightning
is the flash.
Yeah,
and thunder is the boom.
Thunder is all just
the sound.
Sound.
Yeah.
Okay, that's yeah.
Yeah. So she says, I know everyone won't be killed suddenly by thunder, but I like it so much. I think she means,
lightning
not everyone's going to be struck by
Yeah.
lightning, but she likes the idea that some people will be killed by lightning. It's so weird.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. And I just love that. And I thought about
that
this.
makes him even more poetic.
Yeah. And I'm not positive about the details of this, but I think Chinatsu-san, when she was young, she won an award for poetry in Japan.
Oh, she did?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I read that somewhere. I don't know the details, but her lyrics are always very interesting. But this song particularly, I absolutely love these lyrics, and I want to ask you, as a Japanese person, the fact that the song is called Number 4.
Yeah.
The number 4 can also mean death.
Yes.
Right.
I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So the first line, you don't know how much cold my limb is. Do you make me warm in your wings? I wish you to see the stars in my mind. Do you make me warm? It's this kind of, she's maybe dying or going into this kind of in-between limbo world.
Oh.
And then, I know everyone won't talk about eating your stars. Sweet, sweet stars, let me taste yours. Everyone won't talk about eating your stars. No one wants to talk about death. No one wants to think about what happens after you die or the moment of death, right? People shy away from that.
Yeah.
And then the ending, I know everyone won't be killed suddenly by thunder or lightning, but I like it so much. She's thinking about death. It's like death kind of somehow runs through this song for me. but it's not necessarily scary. It's unsettling. And the numbness of the song is undercut by this kind of weird, like, unsettled feeling. And the music is not particularly dark. It's just kind of like that psychedelic dream.
Yeah.
Maybe she's dreaming about stars and, the afterlife. Maybe she's free associating.
Yeah, that's really interesting. You just gave me like a whole another perspective. Like, yeah, I guess if you put it that way, there's some depth. Maybe.
I mean, Sugar Plant, the lyrics are, kind of impressionistic. They sometimes they tell a story, but most of the time lyrics are just there, probably to support the vocal melody.
Yeah, because otherwise, like, you don't know why it's called number 4.
Well, yeah, I mean, they have some records and EPs before this album, so I don't think it's the 4th song that they wrote, but it could be the 4th song they wrote for this album, but then it's track number 2. So it's why is it number 4?
Yeah.
But then
can you play number 4?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not.
Yeah.
It's,
yeah.
Number 4
is actually
number 2.
is a great one, actually, though. Here Rain Comes, that's a good one too.
Okay.
You could play that one too. And then the fact that it's number 4.
Yeah.
Like, it's not 4. It's like number 4.
Yeah.
So she's like, maybe it's like, it's like death. It's like the number 4.
Maybe so. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, now it's a scary song.
It's not. I think it's a dream.
Chilling.
I think it's a dream.
Okay.
That's my interpretation. Okay. It's a dream eating the stars of this winged being that may or may not make you warm.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I love about it, is it's not, please make me warm, or, oh, I feel warm in your wings. It's, do you make me warm? Mm-hmm. I don't know. And she asks that question twice. Mm-hmm. Do you make me warm in your wings? She's asking and asking, but there's no answer. Mm-hmm. And I also really like that, too. Mm-hmm. There's no resolution to that.
No. That's, again, kind of, like, unsettling and...
Yeah, it's unsettling.
Scary.
Maybe so. Yeah.
Can you? No, nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Is that all we've got?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay.
You went into the depths based on the lyrics. But...
Well, that's my job. Yeah. Well, anyway, for any of you out there watching, if anyone is watching, I'd like to recommend the song number 4 off of Sugar Plant's record, After Hours, from 1997. It's just a phenomenal, sleepy record, and it's probably the best song on the record. Give it a try. See what you think.
All right. That wraps up today's episode.
Yeah. Wrapped it up with a nice little bow. Okay. See you next time. Here are some other Sugar Plant releases that you might enjoy. The first, which is Hiding Place from 1995. On this record, they cover Sorry, the song Sorry by Galaxy 500, and also the song Venus by Verlaine. This was recorded in 93-94. And then Cage of the Sun from 1996 also contains some covers. NITA by Young Marble Giants, and the song Turn It On by Flaming Lips. And then we have Trance Mellow, which is the first record after Hours. This is just an EP, and this was actually live on the air, on the radio, from 1996. And next is Happy, which was from 98, and this only has 5 songs. This is an EP. And after that, there is Dry Fruit, which is a 10-song record from the year 2000. And both Happy and Dry Fruit have more of a electronic sound. They're kind of getting away from the psychedelic guitar, and it doesn't sound as much like instruments. It's more, sounds like electronics. And then moving up to 2018, the most recent record, Headlights, which actually goes back to more of an After Hours sound. A lot more guitar and bass and drums, less electronics on this one, but still some. Honorable mention, Cinnabomb, the side project of Chinatsu-san, her record In the Garden from 2005, kind of an acoustic bossa nova record. And actually there are there's at least one Sugar Plant song on this album. So, thanks for watching. See you again.